Oh Lord, welcome back, everyone. I'm introducing the podcast. Welcome back to The Experience.
The Experience.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Dale.
And here's episode 3.
Of The Experience.
Of The Experience.
Thank you so much for participating within this experience.
Our unnamed experience.
Wow.
Well, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
I mean, there'll probably be a stinger at the beginning of this saying what the name of the show is.
More than likely.
The show is called...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're back.
My friends, if you joined us last week, Dale was asking me some newlywed questions
In our
for the
series
wife.
of introducing each other.
Yes.
Wow, I just had a brain aneurysm.
Yep, that's okay. We'll forgive you.
Huh?
Now it's my turn to ask him some newlywed questions.
And just for, well, I was going to say just for audio listeners, but that's everyone. I have my monitor behind me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, he can't see the questions.
I would much prefer to look deep into my wife's, Maddie's eyes.
Do we need to really No, we've explicitly stated we are not together.
We are not together.
'Cause
I have a boyfriend, and you also have a boyfriend.
Excuse you, he's my fiancé.
Fiancé, sorry.
And we're both gay, so queer.
Queer. Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Growing pains.
Alright, so last episode was great. We went on a few tangents,
yeah.
but helpful.
Helpful.
Let's see.
I'm supposed to do unhelpful tangents.
No, we have never gone down an unhelpful tangent.
I'm sure during our tenure there's been some unhelpful tangents.
Alright, are you ready, husband?
No.
Okay, great. There are just so many
questions to be had.
Can I say one thing before we start?
Yeah, sure.
What is it with straight people?
Good question.
No, there is more.
See you next week.
There is more to my question. What is it with straight people and this whole idea of like, oh, the ball and chain, I hate my wife, I hate my husband? Or are you so far out of straight culture that you don't know about this?
So far out of straight culture. I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
still sort of in straight culture. So there is like this thing, it's like, oh, now that you're married, it's the end of your life. Oh, I hate my wife. Oh, I hate my husband.
We've had a brief talk about
Yeah,
this.
and it's like this whole conversation about like, oh, it's all so hard and we hate each other, but we love each other. The queers don't have that, do we? We just don't.
We're either one or the other. You're
Yeah,
either in or you're out.
Yeah, we tell it straight up.
Which is ironic because straight people don't.
Yeah, they tell it queer up and we tell it straight up.
we tell you queer up.
Yeah.
Straight people.
Please do. It's so much fun, guys. All right, that's my question over. The first question I'd like to ask you.
Yes, please, Miss Maddie.
Dale, when is your wife's birthday?
Oh, okay, this is a trick question.
How is it a trick question? Just for reference,
Just for reference, when's mine? No. No, just for reference. No, do your disclaimer and I will answer your question of April 6th.
So something we touched on kind of briefly in the first episode is that while we are
That's an incorrect answer, I guess.
Well, what?
No, go on.
Oh, okay. While we are best friends, we're pretty bad friends. Like, we don't really know a lot about each other, and a running joke with us is we never know when each other's birthdays are. But I just had mine.
April 6th.
Great.
Yay.
That was 4 days ago. Your birthday is the 19th of October. How do I know
incorrect.
this? What? No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
November?
It is the 19th of November.
Oh my god, alright.
Tune in next week where we will ask the exact same questions and still get it wrong. How do you know my birthday's the 19th of October when it's not?
Oh, only because we were recently talking about
This is true.
Okay, so you know my birthday. Very
yes,
good.
I do.
Okay.
Again, thank you.
Facebook?
No, thank you for having brunch with me.
Yeah.
Literally 3 days before
my birthday.
And you making a point a couple of times to mention, hey, my birthday's on Wednesday.
And you did text me on my birthday.
I did. It was late in the day.
Yeah, but when I got that text and it was like, from Dale, happy birthday, I was like, fuck.
Fuck, I'm in trouble here.
He's a good friend. Okay.
I think the next podcast session that we have closer to my birthday, I'll mention it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That actually, I would have already been married by the time your birthday rolls around. Sweet. And you'd be in the new house.
I would. I'll be in the new house before you're married, but anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Okay. each time my wife goes out shopping, she brings home one more.
I was going to say man, but that's not accurate. Maybe in your younger years.
Yeah, maybe in my younger straight years.
One more stationary item.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, queen.
Oh, my goodness. We actually do
We
know
do
a
know
lot
a little
about
bit
each other.
about each other. This is, well, at least it guesses.
All right. What is your wife's dream job?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. You're not... And again, we can't, for reasons beyond our control, say what your job is currently.
Yeah.
I
love my job.
Right.
But we're talking like...
We're talking...
It's not a dream job in the sense that it's this... I do it. What? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do
I
it.
do.
Yeah.
You are really making it sound like I work in the adult entertainment industry.
Can't say what you do.
She likes it.
She likes it. Last episode, I was like, yeah, it's about helping people.
Wink.
I don't know why I just winked. No, I have a feeling you're not in your current dream job, but it's adjacent to it.
Yeah.
T. On a broader scale. That's very generic.
Yeah, but I get it.
You get it.
I get what you mean. I love the essence of what I do.
Right. But it's not...
Yeah.
Would it... my thinking, and I'm wrong, would it be further up the food... Just sounds like...
Up the food chain.
Sounds like it.
No.
Still sounds like the adult film industry. Up your food chain.
But I'd also like to point out, we are not shaming sex work.
Oh, no. We are porn positive.
We are porn positive.
Hashtag porn positive.
Yeah, it's just not what I do.
Show title.
Oh, that would be a good
That'd be great.
name for the pod.
Sure, yeah.
Porn positive. It's not what I do, but I respect it. .org.
Pornpositive.org.
No, so I don't want to go up the ladder as much as I want to go to the ladder next to me. Does that make sense?
That sounds like porn.
No, it doesn't.
I don't want to go up that ladder.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
Not so much up the ladder as I want to go to the ladder next to me.
Right.
Like what you said,
Yeah.
adjacent. What I do adjacent.
Would you do it, Jason? Adjacent?
What?
Now you've got my head stuck in porn.
Okay.
I'm a man. What do you expect from me?
Yeah, that's true. Ugh.
Ugh.
Man.
I'm a man.
He's a man.
He's a man.
Okay, yeah, T, I would agree with that.
Okay.
Or a writer.
Yes. Yeah. You would too.
Yeah. I used to work for a publishing house.
What?
Yeah.
What?
In our friendship, yeah.
When was that? Sorry.
This was towards the end of my literature degree, before we graduated. I interned for a publishing house that used to be based in Townsville. I worked for them remotely.
Oh, and you were, I think I remember this, you were proofreading?
Yeah, I was an editor.
Stuff. You were an editor. Yeah. Okay, I do remember this now.
Yeah. I know, it was a long time ago.
Oh my gosh, I was like, God, I know we're lightheartedly saying that we're terrible people and
but
we barely know
that
each
was a
other.
lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago.
I loved doing that, but I also agree with what you said.
What? Can we talk about that? Can we go into that a little bit? The
Which
publishing house?
Oh, yeah. The company
okay.
doesn't exist anymore. It's totally fine.
T.
Yeah, that's the real thesis.
That's the real thesis.
Yeah.
What was the worst thing that came across your desk as an editor? Was it adult entertainment related?
No, but I tell you what, in my current field, I get a lot more shit across my desk.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, when I was an editor, I'm sure I can talk about this. This was so many years ago.
And the company no longer exists.
And we didn't publish this particular piece that I'm about to talk about.
Yeah.
Somebody gave to us... So for reference... Is this interesting? I don't know.
I find it interesting.
For reference, I won't say the name of the publishing house, but our main shtick was we would publish academic journals. So we had an academic journal attached to our name of the publishing house, and a lot of the other short stories that we would publish were environmental related. because we are based in far north Queensland. So that was what it was. It was drawing from a local perspective,
right?
Even though they were based in Townsville, we do not live in Townsville.
No.
So one of the stories I read that slid across my desk, it was about, and I guess trigger warning. I don't know. It was pretty full on.
Okay.
It was a story about this pregnant woman, or this woman who had just given birth.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. But she was being kept in a cage.
Okay.
To feed babies, and then the babies would be taken off of her. It was a metaphor for the way people treat animals in certain farm situations. Like a pig has a litter. Is it called a litter for a pig? It has babies.
Sure.
Or, a dog, like a puppy farm, right?
Right.
A mummy dog has a litter, and she's kept in a cage, and all she's really used for is feeding her animals. So it was that kind of analogy.
A herd.
Oh, is that what it's called?
A herd of pigs.
That's so cute.
It's very cute.
So that was sort of like the analogy. And my favourite genre is horror. That's where my skill set lies. So I'm not confronted by a lot, but what I read was so painfully confronting, and not in a smart way.
So it was gory for the sake of
being gory.
Like,
what do you call that? Like torture porn.
Torture porn.
Like, those...
Going back to porn.
Like, those later Saw movies that are just torturous for the sake of being torturous. There's, like, no plot or theme.
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty much the essence of this story.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. I think he wanted to be Stephen King.
So here's what I'm picturing, right?
Yeah.
Paint the scene. Here's Maddie.
Yeah.
At her desk. I don't know why she's doing this, right? She's at her desk, right? Oh. Oh, you mean this? Oh. She got pulled apart. Oh. No, what you meant to do is have a comma after.
Yeah, so when you talk about her nipples bleeding, you need to put a hanging indent. No.
She got a hanging indent, all right?
Hey. So that was probably the worst thing, not because it was written poorly, but because it was so confronting.
Okay.
And then, of course, I got shit passed across my desk, like grammatical errors by, like, people who are claiming to be esteemed authors.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's some real tea in all of that.
Real tea.
Yeah.
Okay. Some real tea. Love good real estate. Anyway, moving on.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
Okay. Who is the most short-tempered?
Ooh, that depends. My first instinct was me. Exhibit A in the interlude of me trying to fix Tiffany, who doesn't want to connect to my phone. Like, God damn it, Tiffany, you're having a mood.
Yeah, the scooter. Tiffany the scooter.
Yeah, no, I didn't unscrew a person.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Anyway.
Yeah, that's another episode.
Whole other episode. Originally I thought, me. I think I have shorter the temper of the two of us. But because I've never heard you yell. Have I heard you yell?
Oh, nah,
I think so.
probably
You
not.
don't yell a lot. I'm more of the yeller.
Yeah. Again, in my work, in my profession, I'm
yelling is discouraged. Sounds like porn.
Look, in my profession, it's like you have to I'm having a stroke. You have to be patient.
Right.
So you can't be short-tempered. But I am short-tempered. But I guess that's a good thing about my job. It's taught me to be patient. So I guess you, maybe.
Me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll take it.
I'm
sure I will. Hey.
Okay. Oh, the questions for the wife are so much better. What?
Wives are better.
What's your spouse's most annoying habit? What's my most annoying habit?
What's your most annoying habit?
Go on.
Ooh. The fact that you're too kind to everyone.
Oh my god, yeah.
Kinda. Like, that's no tea.
Yeah.
Tea, sis. Tea. Spilt all over the floor.
Do you think that's still the case? 2022 me?
2022 you?
I mean...
Yes. Knowing of the recent situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I'd agree.
I think so. I've not... Wow, that was confronting.
Wow. Yeah, but that's fair.
Just throw it at you. You were much nicer to... See, you're much nicer to me. You're like, oh, where's this?
No, but I think this is like a straight people thing. The questions that you asked me were very different to the questions that I'm asking you.
What is with that? Like, what is
I don't know.
do we protect men more? I feel like these questions to me are like, oh, what's my favourite dish? Just me throwing a ball up and just like throwing it to someone. Oh, what's the favourite dish I cook for you?
Yeah.
This is me playing tennis.
Yeah, well, I think in relationships, again, sorry straight people, but in a straight relationship, a man can fart in a plastic bag and the woman has to be like, you're amazing. Thank you.
Oh my god, it is amazing when men fart into plastic bags.
But it's like, babe, thank you so much for not farting next to me and for moving and farting in a plastic bag. You're such a gentleman.
Is that what Katy Perry meant when she felt like a plastic bag?
Drifting through the wind because she's full of farts. She's full of Orlando Bloom's farts.
Wait, why would she...
She's married to Orlando
But
Bloom.
why would she be filled with his farts?
Because she's the plastic bag and he's farting into the plastic bag.
There's an image in my mind of Orlando Bloom farting into Katy Perry.
Oh, Jesus. I don't want... Yeah, okay.
I've seen that picture of Orlando Bloom.
On the paddleboard.
On the paddleboard?
Oh, God.
That was years ago, though.
Oh, I remember it.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think men can do no wrong.
No, we can't. We're great.
Yeah, I know. That's what you're told all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, my most annoying habit is that I'm too nice to people. Absolutely.
Yikes. I feel bad for just
No, but that's true.
there.
Honestly, that's the tea. Like, if you're listening to this, I learned a big lesson recently about what you expect from people.
Yeah.
And the value that you put into things and the value you put into other people and what your expectations of other people are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But hey, I'm 27. Like, I'm going to learn these lessons.
Yeah.
And I'd rather learn them now and be a better person for it.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. My next question.
Okay. Oh, Christ.
Please tell me one of the questions is not, what's my favourite dish that you make? I feel like that's the type of question.
How many children do you want?
Oh! This
Not with me.
Oh. Sad. Ooh. One.
Good answer.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah,
because
please do.
No, I'm just going to stay quiet for the rest of the podcast. No, one, I think, because it's about... For me, I don't understand people that go, oh, I want 5 kids, or I want 10 kids, or even 3. Like, how do you put a number on that? I know I want a child.
Yeah.
I want to have that white picket fence thing, and we've had conversations about this, and I'm sure we'll come up with a podcast that I'm a traditionalist.
Oh, yeah, through and through. You're very...
I am
You're really traditional.
Fence, my own courtyard.
Yeah.
Just, everything has to be just so.
Yeah.
Which
is awesome. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. And particularly these days, there's something to be had about that. But one thing I will say is I want one child because I want that one child. There's also nothing stopping us from having one child outside of that later on.
Yeah.
But one child to start with because I want them to have the environment. I want them to have the full attention. I want them to, not to say I probably would be a helicopter parent if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I'm gonna give you the tea, you'd be a helicopter dad.
I'm a helicopter daddy.
To start off with, you'd ease up, but
because and here's the thing: how I would have the child would depend on what sort of parent I would be. Maybe because I say that because if I was to adopt them, if I was to pull them from foster.
Oh my god, I know what you mean.
Yikes! Yeah. If I adopt, then I feel the need, and I don't know why, but I feel the need. I'd have to correct them.
Yeah, all right.
Because in my line of work, we see that all the time. We see foster kids that do damage to property, and there's some behavioural things that come to that, which I'm sure will come up in a future episode. So I feel like that's not, in my head, that's not acceptable behaviour.
Yeah. That's the problem. So in my line of work, I have seen foster children, and it's a pretty painful thing to go through as well. And that can be hard. I mean, how can you help someone through trauma that you were not there for or don't fully experience? That can be really hard.
That would be hard. Yeah. And particularly in our lines of profession that are completely different to each other.
Yeah.
Some
ways they're pretty similar.
Some ways they're similar. Yeah. But when you are at their house, it's a lot different. And we've had people witness escalation of young people.
Yeah. Yeah.
in front of them, and it's confronting to watch because they throw things, and we've had we've had team members where things were thrown at them in the middle of an escalation, and we've had to put an insurance claim in because they've put damage to their vehicles, our tools, and one time, and I shouldn't laugh at this story, but it's quite funny.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah, we had one of our guys went to one of these houses for the first time, and we give them very specific instructions. Please make sure your vehicles are locked. Please make sure you put all your stuff away if you're going for a break or whatever, because people have to have a break in their days. That's just life. Yeah. He put a tin of paint on top of a refrigerator. Now, the refrigerator would have been about, 3 meters tall. Mm. He's a very tall guy. Yeah. He's not 3 meters tall, but he's a very tall guy. He would be 6'7", 6'6", 6'7", so huge guy. Yeah. Footballer. Mm. Put this on top of the refrigerator, which would have been 3 meters in the air. He goes to his car to grab his lunchbox, turned his back for a minute, 5 minutes. Yeah. Here are these young people out into the backyard painting themselves with this paint from the top of the refrigerator. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, wow, that's deep.
I think because I'm an only child, so I have that one child perspective.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, I mean, of course, there's that stereotype that the only child is spoilt and this and that and this and that, but it's all about how you raise a kid. Hey, I think the carbon footprint of having a child, I don't know the exact number. I'll look it up, but it's immense. So I guess the other question is how many people do you want to bring into this world that didn't ask to be brought into this world? A lot of people think having children is selfish. I'm not one of those people. But I was talking about this with a friend of mine recently.
Wait. You have other friends?
I do. Sorry.
How dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
And they were saying that in their circle, they're considered quite conservative because they want to have children. And in their friendship circle, it's very much, why would you do that? This world is such an awful place. No one is asked to be born, this and that and this and that. I think that's a fairly extremist view.
That's very... But here's my centralist view and here's my traditionalist views. I get that. A little bit.
Yeah, I get it too.
I don't believe in it, but I understand it.
Yeah. I think, I think if I was to have a kid, I'd really only want one for lots of different reasons.
Right. I'd want to bring a kid into this world, so then it's weird. It's something to be proud of, I guess. Yeah. In a way.
Well, you're passing something down to them.
You can't really be proud of a non-human. You can't be proud of a dog, for instance, or you can't be proud of this bed.
You could try, but I know what you mean. Yeah. So I just looked it up, the carbon footprint of a child. A 2017 study carried out by climate scientists found that a child born into the developed world leaves a 58.6 metric ton carbon footprint annually.
Yikes. Okay. Makes sense.
But yeah, absolutely, and I believe that wholeheartedly. But there are so many countries with a population crisis because their young people are reading stuff like this and going, no, I don't want kids. Yeah. Anyway, should I ask you a different question?
Yeah, that'd be great. No, then we've had this serious conversation and it's worth having.
Who is more organised? You, 1,000%.
You're pointing to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it used to be you. Back in our former years.
Yeah.
But now that I've been in jobs and in positions and in my current line of work, I have to be organised.
Yeah, well,
otherwise, because people depend on me being organised.
Same.
And people depend on me organising things.
Yeah.
So.
Gosh, that's hard. Like, I wouldn't say I'm disorganised. You know what it is?
I'm a mess.
Okay, you know what it is? You are more organised in your personal life. That's what I was thinking.
This is true.
Yeah. So I have to be organised for my job. Even if I'm not at my job, like if I'm sick, I still have to do all the work for somebody else to do.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So you have to be organised.
I still have to do work for 7 other people while I'm sick.
Yeah.
And that's not in the same sort of level, but these are 7 people that rely on me to pay their adult bills.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Sorry, their bills as an adult. Not their adult bills.
Back to the adult industry. No, but...
that makes it sound like I do. I have men that rely on me to pay their adult bills.
Which you do, but when you say it like a little slut... I think, but in your personal life, I mean, you're a Google Calendar man.
Oh, I love my Google Calendar. Me and Ed and share a Google Calendar. We love it.
Yeah, you have to remind me we were doing this today.
True.
Yeah. So you are more organised.
I'm more organised.
All right.
That's just how I am. Couple more, round it off. What have you got for me?
Oh, what was that noise?
You sure you do? What was that?
What? Okay, this is just me going for an ego boost. What's the best thing about your partner?
Oh my gosh. What's the favourite dish that you're
there you go. This is a superficial question.
Can you repeat the question? I wasn't listening.
Oh my god. What's the best thing about your partner?
That's what it was. The best thing about the partner. I know I said it was the worst thing.
Yeah.
But it's also the best thing. You are very kind to people and you're very compassionate and you're very forgiving. God, the amount of times that you've forgiven me over the years is...
Yeah, but for nothing major.
True, but still...
Still, I think in our friendship, it's felt big.
True.
Because we respect each other so much that even the tiny stuff feels like big stuff.
Right. I was trying to see if I had a bit of paper so I could write a name down where we've had a disagreement about a particular person.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Right, but that's the thing.
That was a big thing.
That was a big thing. But we've got over it, clearly. But
yeah. So I think I said this in one of the other episodes, like, if your friend is going to wear rose-tinted glasses, they're not going to see the red flags. True. So how mad can you really get?
Right.
You know?
There was a situation that you did tell me about in addition to that, and you were like, oh, no, don't be stupid, Dad. I'm like, well, it was one thing where I was pursuing a gentleman.
Yeah.
And I think it was you that told me, why aren't you going for... This other person clearly likes you.
Yeah.
Why don't you go for him? Oh, I don't like him that much. And then they saw me in the same room as the person I was pursuing, and they got really upset.
Yeah.
It's like, I should have listened. But you're very wise and you're very, giving. That's the best part. Thanks, babe.
I mean, look, that's just stupid shit from our young years. We've learned. We've learned.
All right, final one.
Okay.
What's your final question for me?
Honestly, the questions for the husband are so bland.
I have to have a look now.
Like, I'm not asking you this. I'm just reading it to you as an example.
You know I'm answering it.
Who's better at cuddling?
Definitely you. Does your wife prefer heels, flats, sandals, or plain sneakers? You're right. These are so stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Every time my wife goes, oh, that's...
What?
Oh, no, different thing. But that's still a dumb question, though.
Yeah, they're all dumb.
If your mum-in-law were an animal, what animal would she be?
My mother... Wait, what?
Your mother-in-law.
If my mother...
In-law. Wait.
So your mother. Or my real mother-in-law.
If your mother-in-law.
So your mum.
So Carl's mum. No, my mum.
Or an animal?
Or an animal.
I don't know. The
whole
idle one.
mum-in-law thing confuses me.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why in-law? Why can't they just call them partner's mum?
I don't know.
Where's the in-law thing come from?
Okay, here's a question that I will ask you to finish this off.
Okay.
I'll ask you the question as it's read. I mean, as it's written.
As it's read.
As it's written.
The question as it's read.
Yeah, as it's written, but then I will alter it to fit what we're doing. Okay. So the question is, if you were to go on a second honeymoon, where would that be? But I'm going to ask you, where is your dream honeymoon location?
Dream honeymoon location.
If you say Disneyland, I'm going to stab you.
Disneyland! Alright, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.
That was the last episode.
That was the last episode. It's been a great run. We'll
no, but seriously.
With someone else.
You can say Disney, that's
the Bahamas. I loved the Bahamas and where I think we'd go back to where Ed and I met, actually.
Yeah, where was
Disney's
that?
private island in the Bahamas.
Oh, that was in the Bahamas, wasn't it?
It was in the Bahamas,
yeah.
but definitely beautiful. And all joking aside, beautiful landscapes in the Bahamas area because it's so, I don't want to say underpopulated.
Yeah, well, it's untouched. It's sort of like that idea of this untouched oasis.
Oh, and then the Pacific too. Could go somewhere in the Pacific or the Bahamas.
Nice.
Where's your honeymoon?
Well, I am getting married.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, we say it like every episode.
We are doing a wedding episode.
Yeah, that would be good. Well, the dream is Japan.
Okay.
So we're hoping to go to Japan in December for our honeymoon. Really the only thing stopping us is possible COVID.
Right.
Border closures.
Right.
But that's the dream. Carl's been, my fiance. He's been and he loved it.
There you go.
I'd love to go because there's so much we want to do there. Like there's lots of museums and cultural exhibits we want to see. Food, of course.
Right.
Yeah, the landscape. I just think it seems like such a beautiful place. Nice. I'd love to see it. But we'd also like to go to New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand. I need to go to New Zealand. We need to go to New Zealand.
We need to go to New Zealand. We'll leave the husbands at home.
Behind.
So the dream is Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Wow. Hopefully we get there.
Hopefully.
COVID's okay at the moment.
It's doing all right. She's doing all right.
She's doing her best.
She's striving. No, sorry.
She's thriving. We're struggling.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching.
Thanks, guys. Another
ambulance
or siren. I don't know. But thank you so much, guys. I'm Maddie.
I'm Dale.
And we hope to see you in the next one.
Yes, we will.
All right.
We will. We love our bread. We love our butter. But most of all,
we love each other.
Bye, besties.
Bye, bestie.
Every time.
Every time.